Hello, my name is Nicolas Montes, and today I will be reviewing the videos or the dance videos on Moonwater by Cloudgate Dance, and I believe it is called Songs of the Wanderers. Okay, so right away I noticed that in Moonwater the dances are in unison, they move together. The people in the background they move in a flowy, synchronized way, sort of like a chameleon when it's going back and forth. Although it is chaotic with the two dancers in the front, it's calming by noticing the dancers in the back. The two dancers in the front, I interpret it as a relationship or cat and mouse. A relationship because the troubles, the woman leading, because I feel like in that the woman had a higher power in that relationship. And cat and mouse, well, the cat would be the male, and the mouse would be the. It included martial arts, a little bit of ballet movements when like they'll run and then they'll stop and then they'll pose like this. Let me get up real quick. Pose like this or something. So although it is Taiwanese dance, I do think it shares similar interests to the capoeira movement, the Afro-Brazilian martial arts. I believe the movements share a fluidity with their sort of like spiraling water movements, like circular movements and patterns. It also expresses qualities of beauty and strength, I believe so, because with the dresses or the clothes that they were wearing, it was white. It showed purity. It just shows beauty when you think of white. Excuse me. They were also moving with the music. So as the cello got higher with certain sounds, they'll make more dramatic movements. But if it got slow, then you'll see the background dancers slow down with it. They'll move like water patterns. Now moving on to Songs of the Wanderers. So right away I noticed the keywords of this are rituals, philosophy, and from philosophy is poetry and paintings, what we learned in class on, I believe, Tuesday. What I did for both of the movements, I chose the Laban movement. It was developed by Rudolf Laban, and it observes, it describes, and it notates movement. So what I noticed from the movement over there, the dancers move in coordination and flow in circles while spine stays upright. So as they throw the rice, their spine is still like this. They also fold themselves. So after throwing the rice, fold into themselves while they're calm and centered. And then when they open up again to throw the rice, it's like a flower blooming, I would say so. The movement is also low and grounded. Some movement in the Moonwater dance was a little bit low and grounded. I believe it was more high, but as the video got closer to the end, it moved more towards the lower side. It reflects Confucian because of Zen meditation, the stillness, the repetition, and the breath to be focused. The core strength that it takes to keep going like this, up and down, steadily and slow. In Songs of the Wanderers, the show in the intro throwing what seems to be what looks like rice, what I believe to think, or sand, which I think it resembles a ritual begging to a higher power for a nourishing year, which could be either wealth, crops, or gold or something. The dance features flowy movements while being grounded, which shares Zen meditation and Confucian harmony. The moves were repetitive because of I believe it, I believe it is repetitive because the way they keep throwing and throwing and throwing the rice. The motions reflect philosophy or life that embraces inner peace and spirituality. So, in such, I would like to relate this to the one dance that I was assigned. It was the fighting dance. I believe it was in. I can't think of it right now, but I believe where they fight. So whoever does not knock the other person out, they won't get a nourishing year from their god. I think it's from Peru. To conclude, both Moonwater and Songs of Wanderers utilize Laban movement elements such as effort and shape to bring their themes together. In Moonwater, the dancers fluid circular motions and the use of water imagery emphasizes that in life nothing lasts forever. And lastly, in Songs of Wanderers, the excessive pacing and interaction with rice creates a sense of what I spoke of ritual and spiritual cleansing. And this is what I believe to be the dances. Thank you very much.